What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. A new map came out 6 hours ago today, at time of recording, and this is my first time seeing it. Welcome to the, I'll have to tab over to, because I wrote it down what it was called, the A12 Sea Platform. Welcome to the A12 Sea Platform, and we've got a raid handled by one of our corporate contacts. We're raiding a corpo team, so they're going to have slightly stronger enemies. This will be an interesting episode for two reasons. One, the new map. The other being we've got a little bit of story, like side quest content coming up as well. So we'll do some of the like base and dialogue management after the raid itself, assuming it doesn't run too long. So plenty of stolen loot here. That's great. Let's keep an eye on our exits. Yeah, sure. This is, of course, just all procedural generation. Like, this is the combo that runs every single time. You run a raid, doesn't really pay anything. That's fine. Okay, so it's a 7 loot box raid. I actually don't know for sure how the game handles loot. So what I mean by it is I've seen them do dev streams where they're doing, like, you know, hooking up security devices and matrix hosts and lockboxes and stuff. And the way loot boxes work, basically, right now, someone's going to change at some point, but they basically say, oh, okay, well, this box, it's like tier 1 through tier 4, and tier 4 is better. And there's a checkbox for if it's in a gold key room or not, which I don't think is all that effective, and they don't really think so either from what I can tell from the streams. But what's interesting is, or like the thing I don't know is like, oh, does it like evenly disperse all tier 1 content across all tier 1 boxes, or is it every tier 1 box is roughly the same size, and having 2 tier 1 boxes means twice as much loot? I don't know that answer. So I don't know if it's like actually maps with more boxes are, you know, twice as valuable, or if it's just spread out over more things. I don't know how they do the calculation. I kind of think that each box has its own role, and it's not like, oh, well, there's another box of this tier, so it's going to be shared. I would be surprised if they did it that way. Again, I don't actually know, so it's entirely possible. And then beyond that, we have a matrix host here. This is going to be OF2, actually. This map, it told me that the highest or hardest host is a red tier host. So one of these is, or maybe both of them, are really going to hurt my hacker. So interesting map, of course, right? Quite a lot of open sight lines. Like from here, you can kind of shoot almost everywhere. From here, you can shoot almost everywhere. Of course, we can do like a very quick exit and go like up this way, grab one box and leave. That would be pretty silly, of course. I don't want to do that. But considering that the two hosts are over this way, I don't want to run across and come back. I think I'm going to end around here, and I'm going to try to like go this way and then like maybe down and then over. Grab box 1, you know, grab host 2, and then get out. Which is like pretty ugly pathing wise. I'm trying to think, like, we can go up this way, right, and go all the way around for one box. That's a lot of pathing. There's one over here as well. I don't want to skip them. I still want all the loot here, but it is a pretty long set of pathing to go around and grab this guy, kill box 1, come down, grab box 2, come all the way down, and then like maybe cut across diagonally, maybe not. Someone's got to grab this loot. Again, we still need to grab both these matrix hosts, and then still end here at the end. You know, going from here to there or from here to there is kind of the same, so that doesn't really matter. There are some lasers to knock down to take down this box. By grabbing this host initially, we actually take down, you know, the floor sensor for this host. We can take down many of these laser gates. Like, we can see that, yeah, that fourth sensor matters. These four sensors are going to be too late. We're already going to be crossing them. These laser wires are going to be useful. So it really feels like we should grab this box first and then go here and just have someone book it across. It'll probably end up being this way based on pathing. This way is going to be slower, almost certainly. Just run down, then run back. So, okay, it seems like what we're going to do then, because there's, yeah, we're just run down and back. What we're going to do then is actually run up this way. Grab box 1, grab box 2, come down the stairs, grab box 3, manually hack these things down, grab box 4, start hacking. Hold position. When these are down, grab box 5 and 6. And then when the hacker's done, goes here, grab box 7, finish the hack, end. That's the pathing then. It is useful, by the way, to have some kind of a plan, because if you double back, you're much more likely to run into guard patrols and whatnot. You don't really want that. You have a chance of being very annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and look ahead you to see what your patrol route is. And it's not dangerous. Okay. Cool, there's kind of no railing here. It's like maybe dangerous, but you know, you can't actually fall. Not really in this game. Well, you can actually, the corpses can fall and, you know, get seen by a camera, so that'll be something. But basically, we kind of know that there's no other guards in this platform. There's these 4, which we have to probably kill all of for these 2 boxes. Of course, we could skip them entirely and run down here. I'm not going to do that. But it does mean that I feel very safe to... let's see, can I hack this camera? It looks like no. That's interesting. When you hold your mouse over a thing, you can't do camera turning. That's interesting. I think it's new, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I can't quite... Yeah, I can't quite catch that camera. This one doesn't matter at all. But for my hacker, it does matter. So I'm going to have him throw packet loss down. Turn this camera off because we're going to be killing people in front of it. And yeah, it'll turn back on to see the corpses eventually, but delaying it is useful, generally speaking. Now, I do feel like there's a good chance we're going to need some of these buffs. Might have to wait, honestly. We'll just let him delay, and we'll figure this out later. We throw down the normal, the tactical surge, the coordinated charge. We delay the team. What are you doing? Patrolling towards us, that's fine. You're going to keep delaying, of course, as well. What are you doing? Patrolling. Actually, that's pretty good as well. You can't see me yet because this wall's for sure in the way. Yep. Just barely, but again, this ceiling is in the way. It's what I expected. Again, I truly have not played this map, so I wasn't like, you know, oh, I know all the guard patrols because I played the map so many times. Like, I truly don't know, but, you know, turns out it is pretty chill. That's going to be relatively easy sightline, which is good. The other guy who hasn't moved is you, which does not matter to me anymore, so we can go play the game out. I'm thinking somewhere like this is going to let me pretty easily catch all 3 guards. I'm going to have line of sight on all of them. This guy's going to be alone, but that's fine. Don't really want to go for you from here. I would rather... Let's see, you're not going to hear footsteps, that's fine. You're actually going to see me from over this box? Wow, really? That would surprise me that you would see me here, but maybe he's just that tall. Which, honestly, makes sense based on you having, you know, you actually being up that far, but... yeah, when do I get inside of JTAC? Oh, I guess I'm, like, in really early, so I'm in kind of no matter what is what it's looking like here. I'll have a line of sight from there, so... You know, run to here. It's actually, I'm going to run one step closer than that. Mid-range shouldn't be a huge problem. Mid-range of this pistol does exist, but it's not that bad. 6 meters is actually a little bit annoying. I want to be on an odd number of action points so that I can use that like 1 action point focus fire off the end. So I'm going to go like this. It's a little weird, but it's going to give me basically the most efficient action point usage. It's worth noting that also I really could have considered working decently. My gunslinger for more of the damage here because he just literally does more because he has a bunch of pure damage upgrade. But I didn't go for that. Debuff you guys with some accuracy and crit chance because I might as well. There's really no way to get great damage here. Ooh, we need to outroll you guys. Considering, well, okay, only you are really that scary, but... It's like, ideally, we get a good shot on this guy. Well, no, it's actually this guy who's at 19. But do I for sure have enough damage is the question, right? Like, I could go here and I could shoot you. Problem is, you would see the corpse, they both have to die. The assault rifle's too loud. Like, we bring up the AR, he's going to hear it. So we can't really go for a big spray. And in fact, there's not even a way to get line of sight on it anyway if I wanted to. So that's kind of unfortunate. I think ultimately, I don't get to do too much special here. I'm just going to have to run up and do a normal shot. And it just kind of is what it is. So you see me, you mark me. It's fine. Pretty much guaranteed kill. Yep. So that is savagery on. I'm just going to put him here, which gives him, you know, good line of sight for next turn. And I'll just buff him. I'll just buff his initiative to make sure he goes early enough. And that should be fine. So he'll be really deadly next turn. That'll be okay. This guy gets to turn a little bit. He's not going to matter. We already looked at him. We map hacked him. So that part's fine. And then the CK, actually I'm going to yield, let the hacker go first. I'm going to have him run for this box. You rolled a 14, that's going to be no problem for us at all. Not worried about that kill whatsoever. I am trying to think of if I should go full auto at some point. I don't know yet. 25k and something I can sell, not bad. And then time for the CK. Obviously I could run all the way over here. She has a lot of move speed is the thing. Yeah, okay, so my entire team rolled above. I might just, yeah, run over here and just join in and be ready to focus fire with my hacker. This guy rolled a 14. This guy's at 19, or this guy's at 19, but we'll kill him at the start with the gunslinger, and then the rest will be fine. And in fact, if we go loud enough, he can shoot the AR because he can't hear it. He's still too far away. And that'll also be acceptable. So this should be fine no matter what. I can just run out like this. We could actually try to bypass his guard, to be honest. We actually can, right? He's not going to see anything. We should try to not kill him if we can help it. It's just pure upside to leave him alive. So I guess I'll have you stand here. Basically, just don't want to block line of sight on him, but I also want to get as far forward as I can. So maybe it's here, actually. That seems reasonable. Grab this box, come down. Have to kill that guard, that's okay. But being able to ignore you is good, so we'll bring the hacker back. Again, he outrolls him in initiative, so it shouldn't be the big deal. Actually, now the AR is going to get heard. Right? I'm shooting the AR, and the AR is loud, so I am going to want the support. So no, I'm going to play out here. Okay. Decision made. Yeah, we're killing all three guards up here because you would hear the gunfire, and I want to use an AR. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That's the plan for next turn. I know I'm spending a lot of time on getting one turn done, but this is the way I approach the game. This is how I enjoy it. I like making the best choices I can, and here we are. So, 2 tally from hearing the Quantum Rider. Let's see. Right, and the corpses are actually pretty far, right? Like, you're down there, so this camera won't see anything. So we're chilling for a bit. Yeah, I think we can just safely go for shots here. 37 to crit. It's not the highest chance, but it's going to be half decent. Yeah, don't get the first try. Try again. Okay. I do want to maximize action points, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to... Well, I could go that way, right? Okay, I'm going to go like this then. This way I start the run, and I only spend 1 action point shooting instead of 2. Shouldn't be a problem for my... I guess it's a... Yeah, a bit of an accuracy problem, but it's still fine. My hacker should have no problem cleaning up. His initiative rolls a 14. I'm going to have you do a short yield so that we can have the soldier go instead. These three can hear the gunfire. You're at 41 meters, which means you were out of audio range. Accuracy looks really good. Crit chance is 72%. Thanks Savagery, thanks JTAC, thanks Marker Sights. This probably actually kills them both. Wow, how did I not crit a single time? Oh well. Well, you're definitely dying here. I got a bunch of AP because of recoup. Cool. He should be the one to shoot since he's most efficient at it. However, this guard matters and should be killed. So can I get reliable line of sight on you? I'm going to try running here, seeing what happens. See if there's any other guards nearby. There is, and that might be too close. Yeah, you're within 36 meters. You're going to hear the gun. So that's unfortunate. I'm still going to go for the kill on this guy because we have to run forward. Actually, okay, here's the thing. He's actually dodgeable, I think. We can probably sneak in, grab this box, and sneak back out. However, my secondary objective is kills, so even if that's true, I think I still want to go for kills here. So let's just make this kill as easy as possible. Let's buff the accuracy. Let's buff my accuracy here. This is not guaranteed to kill in 2 shots, but with 42 crit chance, there's a pretty good chance. Stealth crit will 1-shot. It doesn't quite do it. Second shot's going to do pretty well, though. Still not dead. That's actually a little bit scary. Because now we have 3 injured guards and not a lot of people to shoot at them with. That could be a bit of an issue. We might be in a bit of a pickle. Yeah, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem, especially because that's a reload as well. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, well, mistakes have been made. I'm definitely going to get shot at. How do I get out of this? It might be have the hacker try to kill these two. Here, I'm going to yield. Basically, it's like the question is like, who's the scariest? If that's even a real answer or like a real question. Can I full auto? Technically, no, because you're just out of range like that. And I can't see a way to cheat it without like the cone just not working. Yeah, okay, that's not possible. There's no way these guys are going to be in the same line of sight. So that's not possible. Now, you're one-hit kill, right? So any shot will get you. Hacker probably needs 2 shots to get this kill. This guy's also... God damn, I just screwed up. Alright, well, that's really too bad. Shoot. Yeah, I'm going to take damage on my soldier, it looks like. You're 52 meters away. Yeah, it's no problem. I don't have... Okay, I do have Overwatch, though. Alright, I guess it's going to be an Overwatch angle, then. Pistol might not kill here, but it's... just is what it is. Unfortunately, Overwatch shot is going to probably be loud. Yeah, I've only got 1 shot here, so... Let's throw JTAC back down for accuracy to help, you know, get as much as we can. Let's actually aim a little bit farther back so that our hacker can make some use. Like, if I aim like this, it makes it easier for my hacker to get the kills that I want. And then... I guess it's shoot you and Overwatch the other one is, like, technically better. I think that's technically better. Darn, I wish I hadn't screwed up like this, though. That's actually a problem. At least that kill's gonna be guaranteed, which is good. Let's just drop you. And I still have to go with the AR here. And I can't drop out of Overwatch. Well, I guess, yeah. So it's just gonna be Overwatch this guy. Accuracy should be decent no matter what. I guess to be safe, I can Iron Grip and, like, really make sure I'm not gonna miss the shot. And then, at worst, you know, it's not what we love, but... it could have been worse. Of note, this AR does not get hurt by the other guard. So that kill's reasonable. And then, if I run over here, I have 3 action points. That's enough for 2 shots. That is likely to succeed. Okay, so I guess we are just barely okay. 90%. Okay, didn't get a glance. Second shot is actually worse. Oh, he counts as hard cover? That is a problem. I did not realize that was going to be so poor. I would have stood somewhere like this. Alright, well, 78% chance that we're fine. I'm glad I stacked 1,000,000 accuracy buffs. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was not ideal, but we got out of it. So that means no sounds heard. No alarms raised. We're away from the cameras. We should let you waste your turn. There's nobody going to see anything, so this is free. On your patrol. Oh, you found a body? Oh, right, he fell over. Yeah, that's going to be hard to deal with. Okay, if I run to here, can I stun you? Nope, not a chance. Okay. We're just going to run down to there then. Nothing else you can really do. That corpse is going to get reported. We're going to get guards sent our way. Can't do much about that, probably anyway. Info about a couple of new guards, sure. Alright. Yeah, we just basically can't get line of sight on you, no matter what we do. Like, you're just too well covered. Let's reload the pistol so we have it for the future. And the whole team is going to run this way, right? Which we know. That was going to be the plan the whole time. Some guards will be sent my way eventually. Have to deal with that, whatever. I'm not sure who's grabbing the box, probably the Cyber Knight. Although I'm worried if your initiative could be a 16. Or sorry, is a 16. I could be below that pretty easily. I'd be relying on these two to preempt this somehow, which isn't great. And the problem is you could like, well, no, he's not gonna be sent this way. He's gonna be sent that way. So I think he's fine to run forward like this because there's no reason the guards should be sent into me. So that should be no problem. We grabbed our one box. We got, what, 5 kills so far? Okay. Alright, well. Early problems have been solved. Yep, so you've been told you're going to run this way. You should ideally be running this way towards the corpse. I guess you might run that way, but I think you run that way. And you're going to keep going the way you were going. Sure. Now that he's seen a corpse, he's kind of angsty, and so his patrol route now involves him running. Makes sense. So yeah, our people currently count as spotted for now. This will drop over time. It does, I believe, go back eventually to fully hidden. If you spend another turn in the dark, you just get to chill. Tactical Surge seems pretty worthwhile here. I'm going to let this guy use his turn up. I'm not too worried about him. Don't think any J-Tack or anything. Oh, wait, so you were talked to by the AI, but just basically said, okay, hey, by the way, the AI has told me that there's danger afoot, but doesn't want to do anything about it. Okay, that seems to be pretty common. I'm not sure if that's intended or not. I'm going to send a bug report in case it's not intended. Guard was, what, woken by the AI, but didn't move. Not sure if a bug or not. Vito was awoken by the Sec AI at the end of last turn and chose to do nothing with that information. Let's fix the typo. I've seen this behavior pretty frequently of late. Just want to make sure whether this is intended or not. Alright, that should be enough to where if they want to investigate, they can. I'll wait for the little pop-up to show up in the top right corner, and then we can move on. Of course, the guards have already had their turns. I don't have to kill this guy this turn. I could choose to be a little bit more delayed here. Cyber Knight is, of course, the best runner on the team, so everyone else should probably be the ones shooting. She's actually the best runner and arguably the best shooter as well. And ideally, we also want to kill this guy as late as possible to have his corpse timer pop later to get less security escalation. One scary thing is that you're going at 21, and if you run back my way, I'm going to be really sad. I also don't know if I have enough damage for sure with the rest of the team here. This guy has a lot of health, of course. But I think I'm willing to risk it. Actually, he doesn't even have J-Tack back up, right? Yeah, not even until next turn. It does have marker sites, though, right? Yeah, okay. We're going to delay and look for marker sites then. I think that's going to be the ideal. Cyber Knight's my best runner. I'm going to have her do this. Cool. Okay. Solid stuff. I did inject files through my field op center this map, this mission, by the way. Can I get line of sight with 1 AP left? Ooh, I can. Huge. That seems worthwhile. I'm going to run here and then yield. And let the sniper throw down something like this marker sites to make it a little bit nicer. I'm going to try to put him here at 3 AP. That way my Cyber Knight gets to break stealth. I believe, actually. So the thing is, because he's been alerted by the AI, he is no longer available unless, you can see here, right? Like, because I'm spotted and because he's been woken up by the AI, there's no stealth crit. He's angsty enough, and so only somebody who's, I think even hunted might not work. We can check real quick, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing. Actually, I can't really yield the right amount to get there, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just shoot. So no stealth crit makes it a little bit scarier. Right, we get more limited damage as a result, but I think we're still going to be okay. If I'm wrong, it's bad. She is not even in stun range, so it's just shoot and hope it's enough here. Recoil from running definitely slows us down. Nice crit there, that helps a lot. Downer is minus evasion and crit vulnerability. I respect, I believe. Yep, so that's going to be really good looking. I'm going to have him grab the loot and then leave. I'm going to yield real quick and make sure the hacker can get this kill. Because if for some reason he can't, the soldier will have to come in and clean up this kill. And we can't, rely on the hacker here. Actually, it's going to be pretty good thanks to marker sites and Downer, but, you know, let's be safe. I think this is guaranteed. I think even a minimum roll glance would kill. I think that actually might have been a glance. No, it wasn't. Okay. That's just how much damage he deals. Fair enough. Sure. Anyway, that's you being done. Great. Yeah, only leverage is a Matrix Snoop. You can go grab our third loot box and run to cover and or safety. That I don't believe counts as line of sight blocking. I don't believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I get seen behind that. So I'd rather run... I think even if I run here and he runs toward me, I'm going to be okay. I'll be like far enough away plus the vision cone. Like, as it is right now, I'm 3 meters outside the vision cone. And so we'd have to run like 4 or 5 AP forward. He won't have any AP to shoot with, even if he does see me, and I'll probably be okay. I can like break out of it. So, first escalation. As corpse gets seen and tally goes up, it's expected here. Body timers means we're going to get another escalation right away. So this turn is basically free in terms of... okay, you're going to rock my way, that's fine. Cool. Basically, this turn is free in terms of... I can make any, like, security tally I want, and no one's going to interrupt me. Or sorry, we're not going to get another escalation anyway. So it'd almost be ideal to, like, gain another 7 tally this turn, aka, like, just run through this and choose to not care. Because we're getting escalation no matter what happens. So why not, you know, get even extra. So I'm kind of liking that. I think we just, like, trigger these and we save the action points. I think that is very reasonable. Let's go grab our 4th box. Okay, another 25k and another armor we could sell. Off camera, one thing I actually got was my hover truck operator contact. Okay, so, damn. It sucks that you're not going to have enough AP. This likely won't magnet, which is too bad. We're just shy some move speed, I think. Yeah, that's too bad. Oh well. See, you rolled a 15, so I'm not worried about you, like, acting soon next turn. And we're just not going to bother grabbing, like, through these gates. I mean, maybe I run all the way down here and then up to there. I don't think I will. I think I'll just let him hack the security control unit. When he knocks down these lasers, these 3 come down this way, and then we'll all meet up at the Mexico Coast once they're at this box. They'll run up, he'll run over, and it should all be fine. But I'm going to put you here. That should actually block line of sight reasonably well. He can duck behind these canisters. Okay, we know about more of the guards. We can start learning their patrol paths. Also, I think you are safe behind this wall, but I'm not certain. So this patrol path could be scary. There's a chance. You're still going that way, so I don't care. Good for you. You're watching the bridge, which makes total sense, of course. And... yeah, I don't want to run up there. I want to get all the way up there. Which I can. Great. So we're going to hit security level 3, which is... so my understanding is actually the things that you could get out of an escalation do depend on the actual security level. But you can still only get 1 escalation per turn. Okay, so you're going to run up towards there. Which probably won't see me based on his head being, you know, above that. That should be fine. So escalation. It's reinforcements close by. And unfortunately, the AI knows we walked through here. So this could get a bit spicy. We definitely want to be through some, like, in some decent level of cover. So everyone's been sent to intercept, which makes sense. Yep, so you're being sent towards this pressure sensor. You guys are probably being sent the same direction. You're doing probably the same. Actually, basically the entire map's been sent. That makes sense. Alright, well, I want to be somewhere where I don't get easily spotted. That would be ideal. So, around here is going to be where all my cover is and where I'm shooting from. That seems more than reasonable. I think spending 1 action point to hide behind some cover while having line of sight at the rest of the map seems very reasonable. We'll have you pre-equip your AR, not that it really matters here. And then you can yield. We're going to have the Cyber Knight go for something pretty similar here. I think we'll turn off magneting and put you a little bit farther in just to have the best cover you can. Great. That just blocks more line of sight from this guy, which I think is valuable. I think these guys can't meaningfully threaten me on the same turn they're moving, so I'm not worried about this. And their min roll's 11, which means we can always yield behind them, so that's a positive. Just hide you here. Great. For the soldier, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Probably put him there. I'm a little bit worried about this guy. Yeah, he'll see me for sure. That's a little dangerous. I mean, this guy's going to run only so far. He'll probably see me by the end, but if they're not alert, they're not going to see me behind this barricade. So even though it's a little bit exposed, this guy's killable on his own. And so we should be okay. So I'm going to have him do this. I'm going to put him here, and then he'll automatically duck if someone would reveal him. That's not a big concern. And the other question is, do I want to have my hacker wait in case I need his gun? I think the answer for here is definitely. Alright, so you're running, but you're not going to get here yet. You found another corpse. Well, that's too bad. We're probably escalating this turn then. AI is in your ear, but you're not super angry, so you're going a bit more slowly. Sure. You're going to go the way you were sent. I should be able to duck here. Or just not be seen. Yep, we're chilling. Okay. Yep, we know. Yep, you found the same body someone else found. So you ran to where the A told you to go. Now you're hunting. You see my guys, but your turn's over, so it's fine. It's going to be similar for everybody else here, I'm pretty sure. Although, okay, there you go. You walked a bit forward. You walked some farther forward. Are you done already? Okay, cool. Good for you. You were told to move here as well. You find a body. You're going to end your turn also. All right, well, considering you're angsty and these initial rolls are really good, which is a concern. So I want to catch 3 in strike zone, if possible. Okay, that's looking pretty easy, actually. So let's catch these 3 in strike zone. Great. Ideal marker site's target is the very, very tanky captain who is going to require many, many shots to kill. So we definitely aim at you first. Or we aim at you with the bonus crit chance. If the guards aren't already alert, they still can't pierce cover, so this guy's probably going to move because he's going to hear gunfire. Yeah, all that's true, whatever, but it is basically it's deal damage time. I want to put 2 bullets into him so I have the highest chance of shredding armor. I'm going to precast Iron Grip for the 15 or 25% less recoil generation and the 10% ballistic pure damage upgrade. That should look pretty good about this. We will slowly damage them. They're not going to die very quickly, but we'll just keep shooting throughout this turn. Pretty solid crits here. One thing I didn't check for, actually, is... Man, no shreds. That's really unfortunate. Do I want to overwatch this? Based on how good their initiative rolls are, the answer is yes. I want to overwatch this, so... let's throw that cone down. I didn't check if Downer was back up. Or Steamroll. Yeah, so Downer is up and Steamroll is up. Which means it was actually correct for me to have let her go sooner. Because that crit means Downer pops. Well, the kill means Steamroll. Unfortunately, I now can't full auto in the same breath that I would get damage elsewhere, but oh well. Basically, I had only 3 AP left, so I can't like move and also full auto. It's just not going to be possible, is what it is. You're pretty far away. I'm not worried about you seeing anything and getting angry and shooting me. You're also far enough away that I'm also willing to risk this. I think you're just not going to be very scary. That's the benefit of them not actually seeing me, is they can't actually stop me. So down you go. That is another corpse scene. Since they can all hear gunfire, dropping these guys doesn't do anything because they can all hear gunfire anyway. Totally makes sense. So down you go. Let's see. Next up is Raze, who can... This is not going to be the easiest kill, but also you have a really bad initiative roll, so I'm pretty willing to just throw bullets at you. This one doesn't have minus recoil generation. And I'm just not getting that much damage full auto because... Yeah, I'm just not... I think shooting here is still correct, though. I think wearing this guy down is correct. That guy moving forward is fine. Well, that shred is huge, actually. Also, the shred means I get some action points back. Or the crit means I get action points back. Which means I get a really nice shot here. This likely kills. Yeah, so Recoup made it a little bit nicer. Savagery pops for this kill. I am not getting any other kills here. Like, even if I do run up and shoot at this guy, it's not going to kill him. So doing this is basically adding more tally, which is fine because we're escalating anyway. He's rolling a 13, which is, you know, pitiful. And so this is basically, like, I mean, it's a coin flip because of all the recoil, but I think taking this coin flip is fine, because if we get more escalation, that's totally okay. Okay. Yeah. That might have been a stealth crit. Yeah, that was a stealth crit for 215, right? Yeah, cool. That counted as stealth crit because he wasn't fully angsty, I guess. Cool. I mean, thanks for the triple damage, I guess. And yeah, 359 pure damage. Yeah, it was 500 something ballistic, but it was 350 pure, and the ballistic got cut to below what the pure damage was. And the pure damage is all from pure upgrade. There is 0 base pure damage in this gun. This is why ballistic pure damage upgrade is amazing. It's literally more than double my damage output, right? I was going to do 308, instead I did 660. Again, kind of the best stat in the game. That's a basic guard. That's right. These guys have the, quote-unquote lowest armor in the game. Yeah, really good stat. Well, turns out we don't need his gun, so you can hack after all. This is probably the red host. I guess we'll see. I think it'll be the primary host. Yeah, okay, it's a red Pit Viper. So escalation every 30. We've got 2 sets of downloads and a CPU I don't need to spike, but I might. We'll clearly put spoof down. We'll load a bunch of programs. Oh, shoot! I forgot. So the Wire Ghost we rescued during Carnivore has a special, I guess we'll just call it a trait, whatever. He sells another type, suite of programs called utility programs. There is some overlap. Basically, he sells a unique version of Decoy 1 that also gives 40 Matrix IO. It's every single line is identical, same action point cost, same 80 memory footprint, 2 armor, 10 shield, but it also gives 40 IO, which, by the way, does count the turn it's loaded, but it stays every future turn, which means, I would have 600 total IO, still 4 to memory, right? So getting around nuke and stuff can still be tough, but yeah, it's just a bunch of free upside, and that's sweet. Program loading is skippable, that's fine. But damage to connection matters, and connection use has to go away. Alright, might be 2 actives here, there's a trap, how bad are they? Use a program restart is not the end of the world, although cause stress is pretty annoying. I'm just gonna 0 interrupt this and keep moving forward, I think that's fine. Okay, 1 active 2 passive here is very reasonable. 4 AP, 10 connection, I think 10 connection for now is okay. Connection use, of course, has to go down. This looks much more reasonable, 2 traps and an active is, I think, pretty playable. We're going to get an escalation relatively soon. That'll be annoying, but it is what it is. I have no way around that. Okay, download a file, exit the node. Okay, we got blessed with useless traps. You'll love to see it. So, obviously drop you first. Drop the program loading one. 21 connection damage. Yep, welcome to Red Security AIs. You get punted out fast. This actually might require a reconnect in the middle. Well, we're still going to have to drop all of these. We can now safely take the download because everything else is gone. I can scan. I can see that there's another node just like this here. As I mentioned, I do want to knock down the SCU here, so it is worth going for. This node's going to be kind of annoying. I am tempted to rewind early to put 0 interrupt back already. Just so I can get to the SPU pretty easily and then, spike the CPU or something and then, deal with the other one later. I think that's a functional idea. I am really tempted. The only downside is going to be if his initiative roll is too high, we can't get around that. So we'll see what happens. But I am pretty willing to pop rewind early here. The nice thing also is any escalations that would deal damage to me or my deck are going to be pretty well handled by Decoy for now, which is good. Alright, anyway. Again, you're going to load these next turn and knock stuff down. That'll be very reasonable. Alright, end action per turn. I didn't catch what the rolls were. Alright, another group. Oh, this is not 3 captains, though. Doesn't look like it. It's a captain and I can't tell if it's shotguns or... Oh, it's shotguns. Okay, well, shotguns are pretty tanky. They have 1 armor point, same as the fire comms have. Yep, you're running forward. Overwatch stops you in your tracks. Thank you very much. He does have a very late initiative roll, which is scary. Yeah, okay, so unfortunately I couldn't play around this. It's too bad. But it's okay. If you load a program, if you exit the node, damage to connection, remote controls, okay. Woke up 2 ice, that sucks, that sucks. This is gonna trigger at least once. That's gonna hurt. To drop this first. Then load this. Then knock you down. Drop the remote controls. If you exit hard disconnect, that's scary. I guess I'll disarm now. Whatever. Alright, what do we want to drop down? Pressure sensor 1, and then gate 1 and 2, and just, we might as well just drop gate 3 as well. It's fine. So pressure sensor, right, that's that one, cool. And then I'll just drop all the gates because why not? Let's make sure, yep, disabled. Okay, these are all disabled, so I'm safe to move. These were taken down manually. I can load my... I'm going to load disarm first. Okay, it's fine. I will have to disconnect at the end of this turn, by the way, because overclock will trigger and go -12, and my turn will be done, so I've got to be a little bit careful. I should have actions to go through here, though, and it should be okay. Obviously, I have to go here first, and then connection use, and then program loading, because I'm just going to need to anyway. I will have to disconnect, but I can scan first. I see what's here, and there's no way I can't just disconnect here. This is going to be required. And the nice thing is he has 4 action points left, so I can hit the rewind and then go back up. And it'll at least be a little bit functional. But yeah, as you can see, red hosts are pretty nasty. It's a bit easier if you don't have to load as many programs. Keep in mind that, right, every action is security tally. So higher level programs allows you to click fewer mouse buttons because you don't have to like keep reloading disarm or anything else. So that helps a little bit. But yeah, it's tough the whole way through basically. All right, you are investigating. You might spot me. We'll see. Nope, you're done early. Good. I'm cool with that. This is pretty clearly a tactical surge turn. Go give the team some action points. Let's go rewind the hacker so we can get back in. I think standing where I am is totally fine. I could step forward. I don't need to step forward. It doesn't really matter. I think it's slightly positive to do so. Have you yield. This guy clearly needs to reload his guns and then be useful. Do I still have savagery on? Yes, that's awesome. Okay, well, we're going to clearly reload the AR. And then just wait to see, like, what the optimal placement is. Your turn's already done because you got stuff on Overwatch. You can go ahead and start hacking again. Okay, if I need his gun, I need his gun. Let's go ahead and delay again. Oh, shoot, your initiative roll is not correct here. That is a very big problem. Okay, I need to pre-compute it myself so I can delay down to 8. I think that would be great because we really get to slow down one person. Okay, I guess I can shoot. I don't have a... Yeah, this is the problem I get for walking the way I did. Is I wasn't planning around the rest of the possibilities here, so I'm going to have to waste a lot of my turn shooting this one guy, and I just wasted some action points that I could have used in a more useful, position. So mistakes were made. Kill's nice at least. He's trying to kill this guy, worth it. I might run up and just stun him. Legitimately. If I go here, I feel like reasonably safe. And I am... Yeah, I think I will run up some. I'll run to here. I think I'm safe from these guys, legitimately. If I'm wrong, it's going to hurt. But that's what I believe to be true. If I have to get out, the extract's right there. So, worst case scenario isn't even that bad. This is, like, not the best stun target, but whatever. You're going to step forward. Good for you. Yep, you're thankfully in strike zone. And, yeah, this is a little bit tough because these guys' positions are really not ideal. If I yield twice, I still don't get to go as far down as I want. I go down to, like, 7. Which means these guys get to move at the start of the turn, and if their initial rolls are good, they just go ahead of me. And that is not ideal. Definitely not. And yeah, they're far enough away that like I don't trust that I can just one-shot these guys. They do only have shotguns, which is helpful. And you know, my 7-hit rolled to 24. But it's like, do I really feel like I can get enough damage? Yeesh. Well, they're gonna hear gunfire. No real way around that. That shred is helpful. Best I got now is a pistol shot here. Great. I don't really want to go into Overwatch here. That's not a good initiative roll, but I think I just have to deal. That's what it feels like anyway, that I, you know, 7 minutes at 24. She could find some way to, you know, manicure whatever has to happen. I think it's just got to be something like this. This guy's definitely dying to savagery here. These guys are clearly going to, you know, see a corpse. They're going to escalate, whatever. Savage is going to time out here. I don't have recoup back to make it any nicer. Rolls pretty good, though, which is nice. Yeah, you run up. Again, you can't see me. They're plenty angry. Might get more reinforcements as the escalation. That wouldn't surprise me very much. The nice thing is both their rolls are pretty bad, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I don't have to run out and help. I can just play this out. Okay, well, I'm back to essentially full strength. One thought is, do I need to nuke this? Do I want to nuke that? I'm kind of feeling yes. Because I might need to reconnect again, and yeah, it just seems like it might be the right idea here. I have to null op this as it is, and I might just want to like, or zero up this as it is. So yeah, what I'm gonna end up doing, and I like definitely could have zero upped into double null op the first time, then I'd be getting the cooldown back a little bit sooner, and I would have then be able to save zero up for like this node. All, you know, that would have been positive as well, but oh, that's actually not the worst. So unfortunately, I don't know what's here. And so I need to just interrupt this, nuke it. I'm going to scapegoat and just... Actually, I'm going to spoof as well. Spoof scapegoat. I'm just going to null op this. I can scan here, it's fine. I'll just spike this. -1 security level, hooray. It's not going to be a very big deal, but I'm literally already here. I don't have much IO. I can load this to be safe, and like, what if the traps are useless? It's unlikely they are, but we can check. Unload on any action. Okay, so it's not even that horrible to be like, hit this, which means I lose decoy, and then knock the other one out. That's actually completely fine. Yeah, I can just disable this the normal way. We lose decoy, it's fine. When I download a file, get bent. Okay, so I, you know, have to make sure I knock this down with disarm next turn. That's fine. I'm gonna have 20 AP floating. It is what it is. I don't... This is fine, right? Like, this was something that I was willing to deal with, which is fortunate. It means I still have no op for the CPU. I can maybe nuke it instead, depending on, you know, whatever factors. Don't have quite enough to host everything here. Like, I have to, like, unload scan to load decoy. Whatever. I'm just gonna null up the CPU, probably. It'll be okay. Again, not downloading until I get rid of this. So, not horrible. I mean, could have been better, but not horrible. Yeah. Spiking it doesn't matter because it escalates anyway. Thankfully, reinforcements are far. Triple Divergent is going to be annoying, but I have a lot of accuracy buffs, so it should be okay. Yeah, I don't care about the AI saying. It just doesn't matter anymore. These guys are suspicious. My initiative is way higher than yours. Standing here gives me line of sight on everyone, which seems pretty correct. Yeah, they're too far to here, so... Yeah, going for all the kills seems correct here. Okay, told me I could jump out to get them, but I guess I can't. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever, just shoot you. Nice, we get minus evasion and crit vuln. Pretty useful. Shoot this guy. Nice crit. Gonna keep hacking. Yes, indeed. Okay, so I want to load and get rid of this. Let's load decoy first because it's safety. Disarm you. Okay, everything is disabled. All 4 are gone. That's fine. This is disabled normally, so we're chilling. That's one of the nice things about not relying on Null for everything, is those things often stay down. Connection health is getting a bit bad, but there's actually not a lot left to have to do here. I'm going to run up and null up this and then run back. I think that is the correct choice to get fewer escalations long term. That's annoying. What do we have here? Damage to cyber deck is not horrible. Download account, not horrible. Scan 2 of 2. Okay, we're chilling. I'm still going to go this way. Null up 1, null up 2. Woke up 0 ice. Yeah. Spike CPU. Okay, we are astro chilling now. So now I will walk back. I'm actually going to reload decoy to make sure I don't take too much damage from random stuff. Disabled sleeping if you download an account. Okay, drop all of these. Take the first 3 downloads. And then we know that there's this stuff to deal with. So come down, come over. Exit, download, download. Okay. So that's fine. We have plenty of deck shield. So next turn, I will take this download and then disconnect. And it will be a successful hack where only 2 download locations. But we also got to take off some security devices, which is useful. Might want to come back here. I don't think I will, but there's a chance I want to. Alright, let's get our kills. That looks pretty good. Yeah, they look great. Good job, buddy. You have plenty of damage. These are still down for several turns. So, yeah, they'll turn on while the hacker is hacking that host, but that's fine. And let's have you clean up this guy. Looks like running to there is reasonable. No one's going to hear the gunfire. You may or may not still be in JTAC. Cool, he is. That's good. Yeah, again, they're way too far away to hear it. Nice crit. With 1 AP, let's just reload the pistol. It's just a little bit safer. I mean, yeah, I could have run forward instead, but doesn't matter too much. Where you headed? Down the bridge. How about you? Same thing? Okay, no. Them splitting up is actually a little bit bad for me. I think I'd rather AoE them, but it's fine. You're gonna keep going? Okay, you were hunting and stayed still. You know what? That's fine. You do you. Once again, I think pretty much the correct play is let the guards move. Don't let them surprise you. Alright, you're patrolling over there. I don't care. Hacker has one last thing to do and he's done. So, take the download. Great. Alright, well, there's a disconnect. And you can go run towards your next job. Now, these things are still down for 3 turns, and depending on what the host is, that can be really scary. If it's orange, it's not so bad. If it's red, it's going to be really, really tough. And I might want to just, like, sit around and do nothing until he has some of these tools back. Do I care about when I'm using coordinated charge? I want to grab this loot then leave, so I think using it right now is totally reasonable. We are hitting all 4. It's totally fine. I'm going to have him run towards his host, though. This is going to be where we are holding up. So, or holding up, I think, is actually the phrase. That seems fine. Actually, that just might magnet. We'll see. Yep, great. Not the worst, not the best. If I knew I was going to roll well on initiative, actually, what I could do is I can run to here, pre-computed myself, and then sneak out from underneath them. Or we just run this way. It'll take a little bit longer, but we're waiting for the hacker anyway. I still want to sneak past them. Okay, I'm going to do it this way because I can grab this and come back out and, like, fully bypass their movements. And so I have 1 AP left. That's good. I'm going to look ahead to slow them down by 2 initiative. I can still roll below them. So I pre-computed. And now my min roll is 21, and now I'm guaranteed to go first. He doesn't need to run there. There's no point. I'll have him reload the AR, though. And there's only, what, these 2 boxes left, so let's kind of stack up in this area, protect the hacker's spot. Seems pretty reasonable. No escalation this turn, so it's just +2 tally. If the AI saw new enemies, they could send people. They don't need an escalation for that, but... Okay, cool. Yeah, so we've got 1 host, 1 box. They are in range for Tactical Surge, which I'm really tempted to not use because I'm just not sure I want my hacker to do anything for 2 turns. I don't have Rewind back for 3 turns either. So do I really care that I'm printing AP? I think no. I think I'm willing to do nothing here. I'm expecting to not be in combat. There's a chance I am, in which case I wanted the action points, but I think it's unlikely that I need them. So you can run here and grab the box. We should be able to hide, and we should be alright. Alright, those all seem decent. We'll yield in case they do something scary. Nope, they're patrolling into the corner. This looks like a preset patrol route. Yeah. Alright, so they did move pretty far. But this looks like an actual just normal patrol route. They're basically taking on a route that a guard might have. And as long as we kind of stay posted up over here, it's probably pretty reasonable for a while. So this isn't really good cover. Not even sure it's going to block a line of sight. So can kind of just group up in this area. Let's go see if this host is scary or not, right? Programs don't cost anything to load, and I can always unload if it's bad. So are you red or are you orange? This is an orange host, so it's not as scary. One downside is my IO max is not great. But having a little bit of deck shield makes this not horrible. Guess we'll load disarm to be safe, but there's very little to actually do here. 2 sets of downloads in a CPU. Actually 3 of downloads. Security tally, connection health. Let's just go in this order, it's fine. Yep, so deck shield getting a little bit low. I, next turn, can unload and reload decoy to get more deck shield. Also the fact that it's 3 active ice there is incredibly scary. Do not want to have to deal with that. One thing I actually could do, legitimately, I still have 28 AP left, is I can disconnect, reconnect, and just, like, load decoy again. I believe, anyway. I'll have to double check, but, like... Okay, yeah. If you disconnect the turn you connect, you do lose your action points. This is what I thought was true, but... It's funny, it shows him as having 30 AP this turn, or 3 AP. So I probably, yeah, I probably shouldn't have disconnected, because you do, in fact, that does, in fact, happen to you. I know... Yeah, so it seems like pretty much every time, if you disconnect the turn that you connect in, you don't get any AP. That's fine. That's a little bit expected. Alright, some guards over there, but again, they're pretty far away, so I'm not too worried about this. Yeah, AI sent some people. It's probably fine for a while. Well, we're going to keep yielding until we know these guys are going to be scary. Getting a little close to me. I might go for the kill here, just because they're seeing corpses. And, yep, you're going to see me. Okay, so you have to be killed. She just popped the evasion buff, which is scary. You're running over probably same place? Just about? Okay, these guys need to die. Not sure I have strike zone, but should have just about everything else. No reason to rush here, right? They've already ended their turn. But I am going to want to put down as many buffs as is reasonable. Let's have you delay as well. Let's try to... Okay, I do have strike zone, which seems... pretty worth. I think this is a pretty good turn for strike zone, to be honest. Mostly for hit chance and it's mostly the hit chance, the crit chance. The armor is a little bit less important here. Need to run a bit forward to catch this guy in marker sights. I want to just keep stacking the hit chance buffs here. And then I'm feeling pretty good about going full auto. Yeah, so we can see still plus 30 evasion, considering that, I mean, considering how much debuffs we have in this guy, right? Yeah, 45 innately, but we dropped... Wait, hold on. Yeah, we're dropping 35 from you, and you saying you have plus 45? That should put you at only plus 10. And yet this is saying your evasion is minus 30. I'm confused. I don't know why it would work like that. That seems weird to me. I don't know what's going on. I will send this as a bug. All right. Yeah, so attack preview says minus 30% from evasion. Actually, you know what? I think these guys normally have innate bonus evasion on them that isn't tracked in this. So, like, if I were to, for example, yield, let's see, yeah, so you can get either of them. Yeah, so, oh no, there's no innate. Actually, yeah, right. It's counteracting, right? So you can see that there's no evasion debuffs here whatsoever. Despite the fact that this person's under strike zone. So I'd ever just have a native plus evasion that's not, like, tracked, essentially. I wouldn't be able to, like, click on this guy and, like, see a hit chance, but that's how it works. So, you could argue that it's, like, meant to be shown to us, but it is at least, like, okay, you know, they're missing a, like, natural buff, less so than, like, oh, they're, like, not tracking my debuffs. Crit, sadly, I don't have downer up for this turn, so sad. I would like the kill, so I can put steamroll down. So if we coin flip and we get it, then we get steamroll. Great, there you go. Here's some damage for the squad. Cool. That helps. Well, do what you can, buddy. This guy is relatively evasive, but... Alright, that wasn't horrible. 37%. We still got one crit. I mean, great. Sounds good to me. Alright, you're done. And you're going to keep doing nothing, because what else is there to do except nothing? These guys can run around the map. Yep. Oh, actually, wasn't even told that you had to do anything. You're patrolling anyway. You can reconnect. Okay, what I'm going to go for here is actually just instantly nuke. So by going like this... I have decoy, I have nuke, and this is going to be annoying. I'm gonna, like, take stress and stuff. That's not good. That's quite not good. I have no idea if I can load programs or not. At least I can zero interrupt this if I really have to, but yeah, we got escalation, I got shunted across the map. Plus connection damage. Ow. Can't disconnect because there is living ice right now. What I need to hope happens... Nope, he rolled a 25. His turn is before the Cyberknights. Now, thankfully, actually, his cooldown's coming up. I can use them all, and then I can get buffed by the Cyberknight and get them all back. So it's not the complete end of the world, but it's also not ideal. So just pop this right away. Put all this stuff up. Decoy... Spoof, block whatever escalation's coming, scan for stuff. Okay. The thing is, I don't have to go for the CPU. I don't have to go for this. This is already gone. All I have to do is go for the downloads and go in, like, a straight line. So, could be worse. Could be better. Download, exit, download. Okay. Have to get rid of exit. This is 5 per turn, so I'm going to go here and load when it's 4 per turn. It's not beautiful. I'm going to hope there's something a little bit nicer going forward. Also, I have limited movement before I'm, like, ending my turn on an incinerator. So got to be a little bit careful. Security tally. But program load doesn't matter yet. Yep, still doesn't matter. I should be okay here. Lose decoy is fine. Kind of have to kill both. Got to be mindful of my action points. I've got enough here. Okay, so I have to leave decoy unloaded here. So I can load this, and then move over and just use a program, steals AP. Damage cyber deck is fine. I have this deck shield. I'm not going to get relocated. It's 5 tally away. So I can disarm this, and then I can get through the rest of this, and it's fine. I'm ending my turn in a decent spot. We're okay here. These guys are so far away, I don't care. You guys seeing corpses doesn't matter. Good for you. Yeah, we are... I'll yield just in case they do something scary. I don't expect them to. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Should take our reloads. Great. And you can take your reload as well. You're done. And yeah, we know for sure that we're done. Actually, I should have thought about rewinding. I still outrolled him, so I guess we get to anyway. But I should have thought about casting Rewind before ending the turn. So nothing special. They're sending more guards, but they're sending them to places that I'm not, so I don't care. You're still running forward. Okay, you're... Cool. You're killable. You're worth killing. I think Coordinated Charge now is fine. Looks pretty good. Nice crit. Well, that's Savagery and Steamroll popped. Whoops. Yeah, double check the talents. I think bringing Zero Interrupt, Spoof, and Null Up all back is worthwhile, so let's go ahead and go for a Rewind here. Great. Alright, what else we got? Again, yep, we'll do these in this order. 5 per action, gonna be kind of annoying. I forgot to load Spoof. Whoops. Let's do that now. Blocks the next escalation, which is something at least. Don't really need Decoy, but I think it's reasonable to do so. Is this annoying? AP cost, damage to connection, tally. Yeah, those all matter. Let's just Zero Interrupt this. Okay, one of everything that should be much easier to stomach. Damage to Cyberdeck. Exit the node. Okay. We're chilling. Download 1, 2, 3, and I am out. I am done. We got all the download nodes. We don't need the CPU spiked. This is an optional loot mission as it is. And I got the optional loot that I wanted. I will yield, make sure the guards don't do anything too scary. There's really no way they do. Yep, you don't matter. You don't matter. And you're, of course, going to be pretty lost as well. Yep, great. All right, it's time to run for the exit. Might not fully evacuate everyone on time, but it'll be close. And because I delayed Tactical Surge by a turn from what I recall, I don't have it up on turn 13. It'll only be turn 14. Yeah, he sadly can't quite make it, looks like. That probably won't let me in, but I guess we'll see. Oh, it does count. Yo, let's go. We're cracked. Cool. Yep, looks fine. Mission success. Might have taken stress on the hacker due to ice, because orange and red matrix hosts are pretty tough overall and have reliable ways of causing stress to your hacker. But no one got injured, no one got shot. We gained some more XP. Worth noting, by the way, that now that we're around level 12 to 13, I think Cybernet's now 14. Level 12, so the level cap on the game is 32. Level 12 gives you half, like, by level 12, you have exactly half the talent points you would at level 32 for, like, roughly a quarter of the XP. Now, XP gain does go up as power level increases, so, like, now that we're hitting, like, PL5 missions, we're getting more than double the XP we're getting at PL1. It's close to, like, 2 point... Yeah, this is, like, almost triple, actually, right? A mission like this would be... Well, we got 50% bonus because of the secondary objectives. This is actually not quite fair. No, wait, this is this, yeah. That's secondary. So the 153 is, yeah, 2.5x what you would normally get from a power level 1 raid, or most procted missions would be that size. So random note there in terms of, like, what would actually happen. So yeah, okay, we, you know, the sort of, like, rate of talent points to XP has halved compared to the early game, but also we are getting, you know, kind of double the XP that we were before as well. But we are getting pretty close to, like, 500 XP per talent point, and that's just gonna be really, really slow. I think we're actually already there, based on the fact that we're getting 175 XP, and it's not even half the bar, what that looks like. I think we're already at the 500 XP per talent point, and it's, like, at level 15, 20, 25 we get to. It, you know, it's gonna start going slowly, right? Either way, though, yeah, through our 7 loot boxes, we got all of this stuff. From the Advanced Dazzler up. This was all the native stuff in the loot boxes. These level 5 common files were what were injected. I believe I've only ever seen... No, maybe I'm wrong about that one. They're always at your level, though. And they're also always at the very bottom of the list. So you can always tell what you got through the injection. Because it's always this. Not much to say about that, I guess. But again, it's like it's always at your level, and it's almost always common, if not literally always. I could be wrong about it being always, though. And then, of course, with the 2 optional matrix nodes, we got quite a lot of stuff here. A small number of files, but a large number of accounts, one of which is legendary, one of which is epic. So that's 30 influence by, right? So because we chose to go for optional hacking, we got functionally a full high roll secondary objective worth of influence, which is 30 influence. Plus all this money, which almost certainly adds up to whatever money you would get from a good secondary. And so, again, very positive stuff, very useful. Highly recommend, if you can stomach it, to get ahead of the curve and use a hacker. Cool. So we can double check stress on my guy. Yep, he's at 80. Doesn't really surprise me. He got hit by... yeah, I mean, he got hit, right? By a bunch of ice and whatnot, and it's like pretty hard to cover that if you're playing with high difficulty levels. So for example, me, where my innate resist scores are 0, right? We have 95 heat, so that our stress resistance is minus 19%. His innate stress resist is not even that high in the first place. I mean, it's not nothing, but where is it? It's somewhere. Oh yeah, it's natively 10. So it's at -9, I guess, right? Like, yeah, he's taking stress every time there's a stress roll. That's just gonna happen, right? That's fine. It's the way it is. So if you thought the red host was bad, we managed to also get a ultra host on a loot 3 files. Do I actually want to subject my hacker to an ultra host? No, of course not. But I'll do it for the content. I don't know if I'm going to show it in this recording or another one. We're already an hour in, so it's probably not going to be in this one. We get Dr. Ashe's upgraded clinic in 2 days. That's good. We've got 2 Underworld Hub tokens ready, so we can start these legwork thefts. We've got an assassination mission that I'm going to re-roll to get an interesting map tile set for it. I want that to be available. Otherwise, of course, people were in the sim stream trainer getting XP. Wonderful stuff there. As I make a little bit of money, we can do our next sort of set of upgrades. I don't believe we have any great blueprints right now. Nothing I'm chomping at the bit to craft. I would want a higher level AR before I replace my Street Dragon. This isn't better enough than the Street Dragon to be worth it for me. The range is honestly just a bit too low for me to really care here. If I wanted to, I could look at what's possible, and it's yeah, I could throw on some of these mods, but they're not that much better than I'm already using. 4 range is pretty close to what I'm already using on my AR, right? If I look, it's 4 range. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. And the base range of this gun is what, 24 on the full auto, or 25 actually, right? So it's 25 range versus 16. This is such a big deal, right? It's such a big difference that I just don't want to have to run into that if I can help it. Okay, so anyway, what I wanted to do for the end of this recording was start these up. So don't really need a safety save, but it's there in case something is weird. I don't know what it would be, but just in case. Assassination offered in 218. These usually have about a 3-day deadline, so it's going to be a little bit tight. I talk with him. I'm going to delay it, but I'm hey, you have a proc gen legwork for me. Cool. Honestly, it being her is fine. She's not doing anything anyway, so I guess you're just going to run it. Great. But yeah, for going off world, not a lot of people can run this. So good to know that either you learn that you're a stealth class, right? So you are a Vanguard or an Agent EX, or you have some kind of trait that modifies this. It will show you if your guy is busy, so there really aren't that many people who can run this. So, base chance there is 55. All right, well, how about the German connection client? So this is the story sort of side quest, right? It's handwritten and whatnot, right? So she's met somebody. Hello. So one of our researches is, something has clouded this researcher's judgment. Yep. Jens has lost sight of the bigger picture. And of course, his love interest is working for United North America. So there's a hacker named Jillian who's causing trouble. Okay, so we're gonna get some ammo guns UNA. How? Oh, we're gonna frame Jillian. Oh, okay. But she's taking bribes. So we're gonna plant financial forgeries implicating it, and then we'll create a secret life for Jillian. So we have a hack-only job and a legwork, and if we do both, we get to complete the mission. We can choose to delay, but realistically, I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, your face can run it. Of course, we could have our Vanguard do it. We get it no matter what, right? We get it eventually with 3 rolls, so... You know, the only deadline is, like, make sure you hack before the deadline's done, and then, like, eventually complete the legwork, but face can run it. Shouldn't be a problem. That's one thing done. Or at least eventually done. And of course we can also then run the actual hack mission. We can run Heartbreak Rush, due in 10 days. Shouldn't be a huge problem. Nobody else has legwork on offer, so we can pretty safely use at least one Underworld Hub token. And then before the other one is due, we can run the second one. Shouldn't be a problem here. I love my safety saves. Of course, we're busy on tasks right now. Simstream Trainer and Detox are busy. We're going to run this mission, of course, as best we can with people we can. Want to give these guys their Simstream Trainer XP, of course. But for now, we can let some of these things tick forward. And actually, a couple things to do. So we have some file sets we can build. That's good. Oh, I didn't do that correctly. I meant to replace it with a rare file, but I didn't because I'm dumb. Well, this is one of the things that we injected. We can get 3k from this. We have this guy we can get 26k from. That's fine. Do we have any new item blueprints to sell? No. Weapon blueprints? Not that I want to sell. Weapon mod blueprints? Not that I want to sell right now. Armor blueprints? Did get some new ones, actually. So as I mentioned, my hover operator is now willing to buy armor blueprints above level 3. And so what I basically look at is, would I ever craft the base? And are the intrinsics good? So like, I would never craft -9 move speed, -2 initiative, but the intrinsic mod is plus 0.2 action points. And so I can use it as a secondary blueprint when crafting armor to force on a second intrinsic. Similarly, I have this armor, which the armor itself is actually quite poor in terms of actual protection, but it gives me 3% more damage when doing full auto and 10% crit damage whenever I crit. My team shoots full auto a lot, my team crits a lot. This is really, really good. And it comes with +3 initiative, which means it's very, very likely I'm going to go first in any given combat. This is a great armor. And, you know, I might want to force on plus 0.2 action points. That seems kind of decent. Now, there is no source, like combined source of 0.8 action points in the game right now. It is possible to roll, I believe, up to 0.5 action points as a random intrinsic on an armor. You cannot force on a secondary and roll a random. You'd have to like run this and then just throw gold cubes and, you know, cross your fingers and hope for like the, you know, 2% chance that it happens. But, you know, if like this is the primary armor and then I, you know, hope for the 2% chance, I can get like a 0.7 action point armor. And then, you know, maybe theoretically I'd go for it. But anyway, what it means though is that this 80k armor I would never buy for any reason. I don't want to be slower. I don't want to have less initiative. Yes, the armor is very, very high quality. Kinetic protection is very, very low value. Blister protection, very, very nice. Taking 12% incoming damage is really, really good. Again, if you're playing the game out and you're finding yourself taking damage, right, the armor that we all normally have is, I think, either 60 or 70 DR. I guess we can look, right? We can just take a quick tour. Yeah, the basic armor we have is basically take 4 out of 10 damage, right? Or 40 out of 100. Going from taking 40 damage to taking 12 damage is, you know, a substantial improvement. And again, you just really shouldn't be getting hit by swords very much, so you can kind of ignore this. And yeah, your Merc is basically invincible. There are talents that make your armor shred immune or even patch back up protection points. So, you know, again, there are totally playstyles that say, my team is invincible. We build some Ziggurat Steel Cores. We throw on a bunch of, you know, protection point mending or protection point, like, shred immunity, and just being like, unless you have pure damage, we're just going to walk through everything and we can't take damage. Keep in mind, injuries and wounds and stress are based on taking 8% of your max health. So if you can't take more than 20 damage from a shot because you block it by 90%, you just literally can't get stressed. So, there is real validity here. I just much prefer a high movement speed, early initiative, kill them first, but that's not the only way to play. Just, not something that I, personally play for. So this is, to me, an easy sell. Boxer buys it. He pays me 80k. Seems very reasonable. Can sell all of our basic, non-epic, non-legendary accounts. I'm basically waiting, like I'll show you here. So Potato is waiting to influence break. I don't believe there's a reason to put him to 90, so just take the money instead, and we're fine. And then eventually, when limit break comes in, I can throw in more accounts and get the limit break going, right? So that'll be nice when that actually happens. Great. Okay, so I want the nano scrubber done. I want to build whatever is next. It's going to be the counter intel pod, by the way. I need enough scrubbing that I can build it, so 6 hours ends. Counter intel pod gets upgraded. Wonderful stuff there. Hacking station I can use on this ultra host thing, and like I can make damage for connection health. I don't think it's really worth it. Minus tally does not work the way that it does in other places. It does not reset to 0, and like you don't what is it, you don't like underflow and like spiking CPU and going -2 levels. Like it just says, oh, you're at like 24 of 25 tally. Well, now you're at 0 of 25 tally. Great. This basically just like removes up to 1 bar of tally, and that's it, even though it does technically set the level to 0. But you don't underflow, and you can just get those escalations again. Some AP and IO is reasonable. Some deck armor is kind of meh. Heartbreak Rush has slightly different options here. I basically just don't get to do the 100 IO, but if the hack is actually difficult, I would want all the tools I can. Next token's in 6 days, so I can usually generate in time to run this. So that would be fine. But realistically, let's do Heartbreak Rush, right? It seems reasonable enough. As it stands, Heartbreak Rush is going to be a very, very fast mission. So I'm going to run it during the recording here. And we're just going to grab the 50 IO and 10 AP. The 50 IO will help me load nuke on a turn that I might need it, which is kind of cool. There's the token spent. Field ups can't be used on hack-only missions, of course. No one gains XP from the sim trainer on hack-only missions either. But hey, also I can spend 20k on 200 IO. I don't really think I need to. I'm not too worried about this. Actually, one thing I could do, and actually I will do, is instead of spending 20k, I'll just take it as a favor. Generally speaking, you don't need to burn through favors too fast on Wire Ghosts. And because we freed Kyle from prison, he actually owes us, and he gives us 1 free favor every month. So through this context, I think it's reasonable. You do want to typically keep at least 2 favors at all times on contacts you care about, because using a favor allows you to add more options to the limit break, such that you're able to guide them in the right way. In fact, before I forget, I'll prep my Merc for deploy, go to his profile, and before I forget, we're going to load the better decoy. And so this, right, if we kind of look at the text here, right here, I get 40 extra IO, which can potentially allow me to like load nuke when I wouldn't otherwise, or get 1 more program in a turn if I'm, playing pretty far. Now, I don't have access to any better cyber decks than what I have. I've already got the best one. As far as cyber deck programs, we did actually, I guess, yeah. So if we say, hey, what does Kyle sell on and off? He's got 2 extra programs, basically, right? He also sells Data Filter. I guess a slightly different version. I think it's, yeah, it does the same stuff, but I think it's tagged as a utility program, so it's in both lists. But he also sells Decoy 1 Hot, which gives me the extra IO, which is pretty nice. Otherwise, yeah, nothing else to really say here. Yeah, nothing else to really say here. Cool. Not much else to bring up here, I suppose. Let's go ahead and run the mission. One last check that I have all those right things. Yep, I've got Decoy 1 Hot. We're not using any items because that's the challenge run. He's got level 3 Cyber Deck. He's got Matrix Link 1 and Neurotoner. Matrix Link 2 gives him a little bit more, I think it's like 1 connection health per turn, which you know, pretty low value. But let's go ahead and run this little side quest here. Should be, you know, 5 minutes. Alrighty, so the McKellen Heavy Industries financial system is plugged in, ready to hack. If you want to take some pre-hack juice, you can. And of course, you have to leave. We can do that, but you know, we should be fine, right? Alrighty, we're in. 6 turns means we might have a red host. Yep, red host. Not a small map. So I have played this map layout before, I believe. I believe CPU is in one of these nodes. I could be wrong, so they, you know. Oh yeah, and I bought this. So I have a ton of IO for this turn, which is actually quite nice. Decoy hot. Because I have very little deck shield, and I don't really want to load this decoy instead. I'm going to still load hard shell. I'm going to load overclock. I'm going to load spoof. I'm going to load scan. Do I want to go left or up? Sleaze is a more convenient program to churn through than Deception, so I'm going to go this way. And again, having 7 turns makes this a little bit nicer, but yeah, the red rating is going to be a little bit tough. I do need to be willing to null op any particularly nasty SPUs, though. Actually, I want to say... No, I think it's fine. Okay. Load everything in this node because we get only 1 tally per action. No, it says 0, but it's 1 tally per action. So we loaded everything, right? Our max memory allows us to load everything exactly once. If I had the ability to get scan 3 or deception 2, I could fit it, and that would be a good thing. But I can't like fit also decoy. Well, passive ice basically only have a few options. Plus AP, connection use, program loading, and then there's can't download. That's basically it. So those things have to drop. Here's 2 active and a passive. That's fine. I think I'm actually going to block tally over connection health. This might be incorrect, but this is what I feel like is reasonable. I will come back for the downloads. I want to make sure I'm getting progress here. AP and damage to connection. Let's go this way. Yeah, -9 to the deck shield doesn't matter. Keep in mind, this was going to be 19 damage, but I have 10 deck armor. So, like, ow, right? Without armor and shield, you really do get hammered here. Have to drop that, of course. This will be a little bit annoying because of it being a lot of passive ice. It is very, very likely to be a really annoying combo. So, for example, blocks program loading and AP cost means it's going to hit me several times, and I have no way around this. Because if I don't, right, if I drop this, I can't leave, and I can't load program, so I would have to get dump shocked. So I have to go program loading, take the L, ow, ow, finally get to drop you. I have 2 AP left, so I guess I can scan because I can't sleaze this. We found the CPU. That's actually pretty good news. We'll see if the CPU or the AI sends me somewhere next turn. If I get redirected, I'll be really sad, but I'd love to hack the CPU. Drop the scapegoat, double null op, get through it. Be pretty reasonable overall. Have to drop you, and then we'll go, right? All right, pretty successful first turn. Connection health is decent so far. All right, let's see what happens. Look up the ice. That's not the end of the world. I only have 1 charge, though, so I'm going to do the exact same thing again, which is program loading, take the AP loss, take the AP loss, ow. And by the way, that cost me almost the entire turn worth of escalation. So what happened? I just lost a ton of AP. I lost, you know, function 60. I was not the end of the world, but like, yeah, the escalation cost me a good portion of that turn. Well, it's scapegoat time. I'm going to save null up for, or sorry, 0 up for a different turn. This must be the CPU because it didn't get revealed at scan 2 of 2. Reroute to the firewall, it's fine. Let's go ahead and reload decoy. This should have killed everything. I need to reload scan here. Lose decoy, fine. Alright, let's go underflow it. Mission complete. That's good. And the nice thing is we're not losing connection health as the... Also, look at these SPUs. Like, what an annoying section of the game to try to run through. But yeah, the nice thing is we aren't being hit by, like, minus connection problems. So it's, like, not that bad. Well, we load decoy up again. Now that we got what we wanted, we can come back down. I can now reveal new things because it's, you know, back to scan 1 of 2. Any action, load a program. Okay, well, we're chilling. I'm actually, actually, no, we're fine. I shouldn't have actually disarmed that. That was a mistake. Okay, so we have an escalation coming soon-ish. I'm going to go this way first. So escalation could turn stuff back on, so I got to be kind of careful about what programs I have available. So having one of everything is good, because this means whatever the, like, escalation is going to be, I can, like, turn this back off or turn this off or whatever. That's why that's what I was thinking about when I turned this trap ice off, when I shouldn't have, was if the escalation has turned things on, I want to be able to, like, load deception or something and deal with it right away. But it was already underflowed, so it wasn't going to be a problem. Okay. Oh, the escalation was skipped. Neat. That's good. I'm happy about that. Not going to load any programs. Move here. Okay. Load a program, download an account, download access, damage to Cyberdeck. Well, it's clearly that. I'm going to go here. I'm going to drop this because I want to reload this stuff. Because, again, the escalation might be really annoying. And it's a 2 per action node, so it's not even that scary. Although I could have also been not an idiot and realized being a 2 per action node, it was impossible to get an escalation while I was here. And that would have been the smarter choice that I didn't make. Well, there are definitely traps over there. I've got 0 interrupts in my back pocket. So I'm unfortunately wasting... Woke up 20 ice node wide. Hey, look, it's this again. Remember this? I guess this is actually more reasonable. Protection health is okay. AP cost, we'll tank the AP cost. Okay, I have 2 this time, so it's not going to be as bad. I'm going to go here, because I don't have to load programs on this. Damage to connection. It's fine for now, though. Yeah, so I can't do anything here yet. I just have to go this way. We'll see what the traps are. Okay. Load a program, download a file. Not horrible. 2 per action. That's fine. Great. Cool. So most of my programs are going to end next turn, right? These are all going to time out. Except for Overclock, which... maybe I don't care about. Well, basically what I'm thinking about here is I kind of want to disconnect to let my connection health go back up instead of being at 25 connection health. But the deck shield I've built up is actually really valuable. So the thoughts basically are I can disconnect now and then reconnect. And actually I will get this IO because this passive ice will trigger for me every single time I reconnect. So it's actually correct for me to disconnect here. And then next turn, reconnect. I won't have hard shell, but I can load decoys. I can load most of my normal programs here. March through here. I can 0 interrupt this. That's going to be kind of annoying, is what it is. But I can basically check these 2 nodes, like, somewhat reasonably. And it's, like, kind of acceptable. Then I've got a few turns to play with, right? So I'm going to disconnect here. And then, yeah, I've got 3 turns to play with. I think it's going to be okay. All right. So the passive should trigger. I should have a lot of IO here. Yep, 480. So I don't ultra need overclock here. I will probably load both decoys so I have enough shield. Like, it's actually worth it. And then I don't need scan for a little bit. Well, I should load scan anyway. Oh, right. I have a maximum of program space, of course, though. Tally. I don't care about connection health at all, really. Connection use is a thing. Sure. Don't need to scan. We know what's around. So I can load this again. Keep going. Damage connection. Again, I don't really have to care that much. That's fine. Scan. Okay, there are traps. That is a problem. Well, maybe a problem. We'll have to see what the traps actually are. If I have to 0 interrupt, I will. Okay, use a program, steal AP. Yep, this is annoying. Okay, this one has to be dealt with. So I'm going to 0 interrupt you. That's actually quite annoying as well. Okay, so there's only one node that's actually good to play. So this was dead anyway. This is useless. So I will either go through here. Actually, I'm going to go through here because I can't reveal what's there. There's, 2 traps there. And I can't... almost certainly 2 traps here, right? Because there's almost always 4 traps on these, right? Every SPU I've seen has 4 traps. I want to get these downloads. 2 active, 2 trap is reasonable. Turns out I could have just gone here, right? But I didn't know this was going to be a dead node. But the plan is basically unload sleaze for now. load disarm, or unload a lot of stuff and load nuke. Nuke takes 240. This is... Yeah, if I unload everything, I can load nuke next turn, and it will actually work, and the decoys will tank. I might still take stress, but everything else is fine. Which I think is actually pretty reasonable. I don't mind that. And I'll still have a bunch of IO left to get everything else done. I might even just nuke this as well, and just say, like, I'm playing it that way. Alright, right, so the plan is end action. I'm going to... Yeah, I think I want to just load nuke here. I think it's fine. That's annoying. That's really annoying, actually. This sucks a lot. I can't fully get out, by the way, so... I'm gonna go here. Thanks, game. Lose a lot of catching health, is what it is. Bro. Yeah, and so, again, red hosts are pretty annoying. Health getting kind of low, but it's not too bad. I'm out of IO for the turn. So these are the kind of hosts where you're like, oh, actually, if I had enough total IO to just nuke everything every turn, like in 6 turns, I could pretty cleanly... Like, if I had enough IO to load... so like right now, the amount of damage I have, by the way, I need to click nuke twice every time I want to kill a node. But if I had enough IO or memory to load nuke twice every turn, it's like, well, okay. I can get, 2 nodes on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. I could actually technically just barely get through everything. And it would just barely work. But, I mean, we're going about the same rate here as well. But yeah, I'm out of IO for the turn. I can at least reload all this stuff, which would be very helpful. No zero interrupt, but everything else is going to be up. The spoof will be helpful and whatnot. And I should be able to get through here, take this down, and be fine. Like, this is all nuked at this point. So, I can take my end here. Kitchen's getting kind of bad, but I don't think... I think starting my turn here is still correct. These are all disabled, and I can load programs no problem next turn. Alright, last turn hacking, here we go. Load decoy, load passive ice, AP and connection use. I don't care about program loading. We need at least this stuff. I don't need hard shell. Scan. There's a download. That's nice. Don't care about the 2 security escalation. Any action relocates. That's obviously annoying. Don't load any programs. Got it. And there we go. That was, yeah. Yep. Solo red hosts are pretty mean when you don't have any way to pre-reveal. It's rough out there. Yep, I spiked CPU. Mission is done. Yeah, now imagine you escalate on 25 and the escalation severity is even harsher. Yeah, it's a bit rough out there. So he levels up. He got his 270 XP. Normally hacking missions are worth about 40% of the XP that regular proc gen missions are worth. But story missions tend to overwrite that and give you full story mission value. And so he gets a ton of XP for that, which is cool. He gets also story mission levels of payment, which is like quite high here. Actually, this is even more than that, because this is base 1300. Because we're getting half money because of our difficulty level. This is like very, very, very high pay. This is one of the highest pay missions you possibly get here. So that's like really good money. We got a pretty solid amount of downloads, right? Again, a lot more accounts. Another epic and a legendary, so that's another 30 influence once we can do that. Very happy stuff. Very, very happy stuff. Great. He's still stressed. He actually be 100. Yep. Whatever. You're still going to, cap down to the same number, so I don't really care. One thing that can be helpful, by the way, we'll just kind of look at it. Trunk patch is nice. So is Scapegoat blocking another, 10 tally or so. But yeah, Trunk patch is nice. Level 13, I believe, is when the new talent unlocks. So Basically, spend 10 AP to get 10 connection health and 5 tally. I think it's worth it. 10 connections can be pretty rough, sometimes very needed. It's another target for rewind and everything, but yeah, next point's going to be going here. And then afterwards, I will probably end up bumping Trunk Patch, and then I'll go for second charge. Or going for 2 spoof tokens, which is very, very good, especially if you're able to use rewind on yourself. 2 escalations blocked, and then rewind and block 2 more. Really, 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 really good. You can. It's so much easier to coast through Matrix Host with that. Also, I really, really want a high level cyber deck, so I can actually like fit more than one nuke on it, and like don't have to unload stuff to fit that and whatnot. Still rather have the IO than the max memory, but like it would be nice. Either way, memory increases really, really fast with cyber deck level, so it's really good to get your hackers to get that upgrade. All right, so the rest of this recording isn't much. I can let Centaur get out of the detox, put someone else back in. Simstream Detox level 3 is coming relatively soon. We have good money, which will make that a little bit easier. Influence Limit Break. I'm going to trade favors to give him an actual trait. Hey, we finally have someone who's going to buy good item blueprints. That's huge, actually. I can make so much more money now. Hooray. So we have all these random crappy item blueprints that I could not sell for just ever, and we can finally, right, we go from 570k. So selling these will give him influence. I'm going to wait on that. Okay, let's hide those. Okay. Right, that influence rig was with what, 300k? Was it 570, I think? Yeah, seems good. And I'll sell these when I'm not waiting for Potato to influence limit break. He's at 80, and so I'm waiting for him to... hopefully I can spend favors, and I can make him sell me either level 4 decks or level 3 programs. Both are good, by the way. Yeah, both are solid. I would rather have Cyberdex 4, but whatever he has is what he has. But the money is nice. We're upgrading counter intel to 2. When this task is done, we can... When the cold storage is done, we can go to cold storage 5. We're getting Simstream Detox 3, which is really nice because it lets us... it's 50% more stress removed, and the duration goes down by 1/7 as well, which is a really nice multiplier overall. So that's very useful. Imagine you can get 3 detox benches. They're like 5 days, and you get like on average 20 or so per pull. That's really, really nice. So great. I don't know why I'm saving so often, but I'm gonna keep doing it. Let's go ahead and get this to pop up on our screen. Welcome to your new clinic. Great. Her medical treatment has been upgraded, her surgery service has been upgraded, and she is now a partner, reducing the price of services and purchases. So, what does Dr. Ashe look like now? Well, we still get minus 30% medical time from Fast Patch, but yeah, minus 10 for everything is great, plus 1 favor per month. She now has level 2 medical treatment, and by the way, if you look at, say, like Nick, right, it's normally capped, right? He actually can't get level 2 medical treatment normally, but she can. What this means, by the way, is he basically has 2 treatment benches. She has a bench that is even faster but more expensive, and the regular bench that like anyone can use. But yeah, she sells level 2 cybernetics now, which is nice, which means now she's eligible for you know, other like quality implants. So I don't know, let's pick someone random. Here, you, if you want to go into surgery, you want to like give you some new legs. Ashe sells it as well, and yeah, she doesn't go quite as fast as he does. He's specifically fast splice, right? He takes 10% off or whatever. But I can save 10%, which, you know, probably worth it, right? In a lot of cases, going to be worth it. Yeah, you have to, you know, go through about 4 million of surgery before that, you know, pays itself off, but that's fine. Honestly, we're at a point now where we can't buy or craft better weapons yet until we see the blueprints. We can't buy better weapons until someone gets the limit break. And so I have money that, like, yeah, I can, like, get Field Op Center level 4 so I can get tokens more frequently. But, like, all of the leverages are already unlocked. Level 3, you're done. And I can spend $1 million on that. Or I could have, like, several people, you know, for only, not even 83k, for 80k, I can give my entire team +3 strength, +3 reaction. That's pretty good. I can do this 10 times for less money than getting slightly faster tokens from a field ops center. So, you know, actually putting my team down for surgery is like the like next best option now, and like what we should actually be going for. Again, SimStream Detox 3, very worth it. Very, very good. It is expensive because this requires, as you can see, it requires level 4 cooling. Level 4 cooling requires relatively expensive cold storage upgrades. Like, we got this just last upgrade, which, like, was not the cheapest. We had to, like, spend a lot of downtime and a decent amount of money getting cold storage level 4. Like, it takes a while to get there, right? So that's going to be it here. I don't believe we have, again, any worthwhile weapon crafts here. Yeah, nothing for me that I really want here. Still, though, waiting for Potato to get a limit break. Hopefully we get something good from him. We're building counter intel pod level 2 so that we can further reduce heat. We're going to max on the token in a second, so just pop that there. As we get closer on Legwork being due, we'll pop Underworld Hub token again. At this point, I will pretty quickly go for Underworld Hub 3. It only bumps it from 20% to 25% per token, but considering how much other things cost already, that's probably going to be what I'll do anyway. Not much else to bring up. I finally have some SimStream tokens that I can use to respec some of my other characters, get them a bit further along. That'll be kind of nice as well. But yeah, I don't have, I guess, much else to bring up here that I can think of. We have a Battle Strike on offer from Diego. That'll be fun at some point. We'll have this payoff, right, the side quest. We'll get Assassination mission on something cool. And the final thing is there is a community challenge going on right now to basically only upgrade your barracks to level 2. I'm going to wait until there's the next big content drop. They said that the face class tree is coming this month, and so I'm going to wait until that is in. And then when that's in, I'll start a new run and do the low barracks challenge, use the face tree, and get another taste of how the game plays out. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.